Today I'm going to be working with a plasma cutter. I got this last week from a fellow off of Craigslist. I found a lot of my stuff on Craigslist and I find out that some of it is very good, some of it isn't. But this one I found out has only been used possibly about an hour. But we will see. We will get it cranked up here and I'll cut some metal and see how it works. As I mentioned, we'll be working with this plasma cutter. It's a Hypertherm Power Max 30 XP. What you have to do is, it runs off of 220 or 110 voltage. I'm using the 220 voltage in my shop here, and it has of course it has a ground clamp, which I've clamped it to this for temporary use right now, and then it has the cutter head itself. That works, changes the, it works with the electricity. It causes a plasma flow. We do have an air hookup. I've got to hook up yet. Take my air hose and plug it into the back of the unit here, and we will get started. I'm going to try to That is a lot easier to cut. It doesn't do a bad job of cutting, but it's a lot easier to cut that with that than it is with a pair of tin snips. Able to cut that across on that weld and get that off of there. So now I'll have to take a grinder, put this in put it in my stand, clamp it down there, take a grinder and grind this off, and the same up here. I'll clean this up a little bit better with the that was a thicker, this was a thicker weld. I think this was 1/4 inch. This is just 10 gauge. But what I'm going to do is clean that up a little bit, get that dross off of there. That's what you call it. It's not slag. It's called dross, D-R-O-S-S, when you cut metal with the torch. Well, I went ahead and took a grinder and ground down the weld on the end of this tube here, and it came out pretty good. There's a couple little holes in there that I can fill in with my welder, and that would cover that up. That's no big deal. But anyway, these are going to be, I'm going to use those as a slotted table, so I'm going to lay those on top of the table sideways and not upright like this, but turn it flat. But it came out pretty good, and I got the other side also, and just a little bitty hole here. Depends on how long my welding table, how wide it's going to be. I may have to end up cutting some of those off. But anyway, came out pretty daggone good after cutting those welds off with that plasma cutter. Like I say, that is the Hypertherm Power Max 30 XP. They make a, I'd love to have had the 45 that they have. That way it has a little bit of gouging fixture for the torch. That's what it is, but appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate all my subscribers. Appreciate all the subscribers. Y'all have a nice holiday that's coming up. Get out and do something.